The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mists of Kren's Valley. Let's see. Nah, I'm not going to do the D6 roll thing. I think, does anyone want to volunteer to say what happened last time? To recap. If no one does, I will. It's fine. That's an...
I can do it. It's fine.
Okay, what happened last time?
So previously on Mists of Kren's Valley, we were confronted by a bunch of wolves, and then some ravens came in and helped us and started pecking at them, and then they said to Hemlock, "Will you help us?" And she was like, "Heck yeah!" And then they flew back to Valaki, and we all took a rest, and when we got back to Valaki, the tavern was all messed up, and then Hemlock started talking to one of the leaders of the Ravens, and he asked for her help, and she said she would help them because of course she did. And then she asked where Arena was, and he told her that Arena was taken by the Baron, or it was in the Baron's house with Ezek. And so that's where we are. We're in the Baron's house. And Hemlock may or may not be in Ezek's room with a bunch of dolls. Well, everybody else is sneaking around the house like they're in a stealth game. So that's
they are in a stealth game. D&D has a lot of stealth. So, I think we'll start with the other group. So, downstairs, I believe you guys knocked out the chef and hid him in the pantry, and that's where we last left off for your group.
Pretty much.
There were two other doors. And a stairway that goes upstairs from the kitchen. It's a pretty big area.
Do the stairs look like they meet the same general area that the ones in the front do?
No. Because it's the opposite side of the building.
Okay.
It looks like it goes up to the next floor.
There's only one guard left downstairs out front, right?
That you knocked out?
No. The one through the stairs that Hemlock came through.
Oh, yeah, he went back downstairs to who knows where. You guys don't know where he went.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You guys probably just barely heard movement on the other side of the building.
Okay. Yeah, I'd check the stairs that go up from our location.
All right. Looking upstairs. This staircase climbs up 20 feet to a beautifully appointed gallery that continues towards the east, running along the length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls. Red silk drapes cover the 10-foot tall arched windows of leaded glass. Breathtaking paintings of these landscapes depict the local scenery, so it's a bunch of woods and mountains. Two separate narrow hallways lead from the gallery to the north, so that would be to your left.
See anybody down those halls?
Not yet.
Anything that we could take off the walls?
Paintings.
Easily and quietly?
I mean, they're kind of big. Especially for a Jerbeen.
Does the house look flammable?
Parts of it. Looks like the foundation stone, though.
I would move closer and take a peek down the halls. Using stealth, of course, if I need to roll it.
All right. We'll go back to Hemlock. I just wanted to make sure which direction you guys are going. Hemlock. You had just opened the door, and inside you saw lots and lots of dolls. And there were a bunch of shelves with a bunch of dolls. And the creepiest part of all of this creepiness is that all the dolls seem to be of the same person. They all seem to be of Irina, each at different stages of being accurate. It seems like the newer they are, the more accurate they are to her. And she is currently bound and gagged on the bed. And Isaac, his fiendish arm is wrapped around her like she's a teddy bear. And he is asleep.
Oh, good.
She's awake. And you can just see the panicked look in her eyes. She sees you. But she's smart enough not to try to scream or try to wake him up or anything.
Okay. I look around. Is there like an arena body pillow or something that I could just like slide in his arms instead of her?
No, but there are 3 other dolls on the bed.
Oh god. Okay. And they're very tiny. They're like doll shaped. Like
They're like
I don't have doll.
they're like a fourth of her size,
Okay.
we'll say. So they're not teeny tiny, but they're not that big.
Say shh. And I disguise myself as her. And I try to pry up his arm off of her as softly as I can with my little nimble raccoon fingers or Mapach fingers, and try to get her out of there.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, come on, guys. 12.
You move the arm, and you like get it over top of her, and he just like falls over to his back instead of being like over top of her to be like on his back. And he starts snoring loudly. And you're like, oh. And as you go to reach for her, his snoring goes like, and his eyes start to blink. He starts to wake up. One hand comes over to rub his eye. What are you doing? You're right next to the bed.
God. I don't want to.
Okay,
Okay.
there
Okay,
are plenty of dolls to hide behind.
Okay.
You could go under the bed. You could punch him in the throat. I mean, there's a lot of different options. He's currently technically incapacitated.
Okay.
And prone.
Okay. Well, me being out in the open is not going to help Arena or me, so I will hide under the bed really quick.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Oh, I have advantage. That doesn't help. 16.
All right. I'll say you duck under the bed really fast. So you just, and you are underneath the bed. It is cramped. You know that your current Irina form won't hold up, but your actual form is smaller than hers. So you fit, but it's a tight fit for you. But you are underneath the bed, and you feel the bed and hear it shifting as it creaks, and one of his bat talon feet goes onto the ground, and goes the other one. Other group. Has everybody gone upstairs? With Nyhm?
Yeah,
To
we're
do the
following
sneaks?
your thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's not split the party more.
Alright.
No. You go down that hallway. Mav can go back down to the front. Yeah, no.
That
As
could be a
you're
nightmare.
starting to head down this narrow hallway to investigate further, the door at the very end of the hallway, the doorknob shakes a little bit and starts to open, though very quietly. If you weren't looking that direction and weren't in like sneak high perception mode, probably wouldn't have noticed the door opening. You all, what do you all do?
I will drop my turret behind me so it's active. First of all, I mean on the back, not in front of the hallway,
Yeah, okay.
so it's hiding.
The end of the hallway is 25 feet away. You guys wanted to do other things. There is a door immediately to your left that you're not sure where it goes, and there's the wider hallway to your right.
Saxton, what are you doing?
Say, is the door just slowly creaking open, or
It's starting to open, yeah. I'm giving you guys a round if you guys wanted to do something before it opens.
what's beyond that door?
You don't know, it's currently closed, but you will know in the next round.
No, not behind that door, beyond the door in the hallway.
Nothing, it's the
Yes.
end of the hall.
Oh, it's in the hall.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait until
But
Saxton.
immediately to Nym's left is a door, since Nym's in front. Exactly, kitty cat.
What do you think? Make a break for the door?
Can hide. Yeah.
Well, that depends. Are you gonna rush the door, or should I rush the door and try to stealth?
Okay, I'll let the kitty cat out. One out? Okay, I'll let you out.
Yeah.
So it's the cat that's behind the door.
I hope not.
It's the cats. So what are you guys doing?
Nyhm, what do you think? Evade or do a surprise attack on the person coming out of the door?
Considering we've been so quiet and so stealthy this far, I would have no problems whatsoever bounding quietly the length of the hallway and just getting right there beside the door for whoever comes out.
So you're going to hop right next to the door?
If I can do it quietly, yes. I would hope I'm nimble enough to make a 30-foot jump as a Jerbeen and not make noise. Otherwise, I can just run it since it's my same run. Movements. God, I can't. God,
Would
that's funny.
I
Okay.
Hypothetically be able to rush the door and open it to take a surprise on whoever's coming out?
You would surprise them, but it would take your move and your action to do that. So this round, you wouldn't be able to do anything to whoever's on the other side of the door, but you would surprise them. So
Okay,
next
so I could
round,
open the door and
could do something
say
before they do
Nyhm
anything.
could attack.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, but if we both get to the end of the hall, hold our actions, they come through the door, that's two different people having a surprise attack on whatever comes through.
this hallway is pretty narrow. Maybe one of you, specifically Nyhm, would be able to fit behind the door as it's opening. There's no room for you to, like... There's, like... It's the door at the very end, and it's only a 5-foot wide hallway. So
Well,
it's
she
not
could
that
get
much
behind
space.
the door, and I could get in front of the door as soon as a person comes through to gain the first attack, and then she could get the sneak attack since I'd be close.
Basically, me taking up the same space as the door as they come through with you the next 5 feet.
Yeah, I'd be in front of the door. You'd be on the flank of the door.
They would see you, Saxton. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All
He
right.
can attack as soon as they see him, can he? For
Yeah.
the hold action?
I think
So move and hold an attack.
I think at this point I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative.
That would work though, right, Scotty?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're holding an attack?
He's letting them open the door, but gonna take the attack action as soon as he sees a hostile.
So, Hemlock, what'd you get for initiative?
11.
11.
Saxton, what'd you get?
16.
All right.
Appropriate.
Sweet. Tim-Tam
17.
and Nyhm.
17.
I assume the
I think you
greater.
have. Well, yeah, you should have more dex. You're the rogue.
How many times have we rolled the exact
Yeah,
same
right.
number?
I think like the past 3 times we rolled the same thing.
All right. So, Nyhm, since you're going first, you immediately quietly hop up there into the corner of the door, so that way you're wedged in between the door, so they wouldn't see you. Give me a stealth roll.
I can do that. I can definitely do that with a 26.
You all are just surprised. It's just like somebody just pressed mute on the TV, you know, just. You're pretty sure you should have heard at least the floor creak underneath Nyhm. But Nym's so light and has like the fur between the pads and that. That's what that fur is there for. Not just for warmth, but for muffling sound. So you're behind the door as it's opening. And up next is Tim-Tam. You just stand at the end of the hallway with your turret for now? Because you did deploy it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, basically deploy the turret, put it at my side now, aim with the staff, the rifle, and if I see Saxton attacking, I will attack.
Okay, so you're ready to attack. You got your
I mean, I ready
your staff
firebolt.
ready, pointed down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, and up next is Saxton. So Saxton, you go to do your thing. You move up there. You ready your attack. Doors opening dramatically, but it is Hemlock's turn. Hemlock. Isaac
I'm going.
gets up.
Yeah.
And you hear like a thunk right next to your head as a empty bottle of wine lands on the ground right next to you. And he walks over to a dresser to go get a shirt.
I'm gonna reach out and grab the bottle of wine.
Sleight of hand.
I did not mean to click on that. 15.
Right. You like get it in under the bed with you. And you see that it is labeled from the Wizards of Wine, and it says Red Dragon Crush on the bottle.
Oh.
It is definitely empty. I believe that was some of the good stuff.
That was the same type of bottle that we got as a quote-unquote welcome gift after the first murder house.
Yes.
Hi. That wasn't my action, right?
That was your action, unfortunately.
That was my action?
Yeah. You still have a move and bonus.
You see if I have a bonus I can do. I don't
From
think
your
so.
current perspective, all you can see is his feet.
He doesn't have like a mirror that like attached to a dresser or like a vanity.
I'm double checking. He does. It's on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Luckily, it's not angled towards the bed, so it wouldn't have the bed in the reflection if he was looking at it. At least if he was right in front of it.
I got nothing, but I'm looking at him, waiting for him to do something. So I can't do anything. But
all right,
I have an idea. I have a stupid idea because I always do.
Okay. You hear him take something off of the dresser, something heavy and metal, And then you catch just slightly the gleam of a battle axe. And he sheathes it in his belt holster thing. And he comes back over to the bed. And he says, he whispers, "I'm sorry, I have to go to work. I'll be back soon."
Ugh.
And he goes to leave. Meanwhile, the rest of the group has all the guns ready and such at the store. And opening up the door is a little adolescent Batcher boy. And Tim-Tam and Saxton can see inside. It appears to be the master bedroom. And there are... Or no, sorry, he's not a little Batcher. He's a little Luma, a little dove boy. Wearing nobleman's attire. He looks like he's a mess, like he hasn't slept at all. And he is immediately shocked to see all of you and goes to close the door immediately.
Nope.
Saxton, give me a perception check, since you are the closest with visibility in that room. This will not count as your action.
18.
18. Okay. Inside, you see at the front of the bed are two big dogs that are sleeping at the bed. And two shapes underneath the covers in this king-size bed, which you assume are the Baron and Baroness of the place. The description of the room is that it seems like it was once a very grand room, but time has faded the colors in it, so everything's kind of desaturated in here. But you do see a small pull rope that hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling. As he's going to close the door. Do you let your action go off and attack him beforehand?
With my attack, would I be able to grab him and yank him out?
Yes.
You can switch any of your attacks with a grapple, I think.
Yes.
All right.
So roll to hit.
Are you kidding me?
Did you get a nat 1?
Oh, I got a nat 20 on the first roll.
Oh,
So 26
God.
total.
Okay, since this is a grapple and not damage, we'll still roll on here. But if it's for something like an explosion or something, I'm just going to say nothing happens.
Grapple him so hard the bedroom door explodes off its hinges.
There's just feathers.
So roll me a D100.
800. $48.
Oh, that works perfectly. He's completely stunned by everything, and obviously he wasn't expecting any of this. So you grapple him, and you have like your hand over his mouth. And he is currently grappled at the end of his turn in the doorway with you. After that, we go back around to Nyhm. So Nyhm, you hear the tiniest little skirmish on the other side of the door. Don't even need an action. I'll just say kind of like hop over to just peek your head over the door to see what's going on. And you can see what's going on your turn.
Okay. Can I see into the room?
You can see two dogs. You're at kind of a weird angle because you're on the other side of this door that's open. You're like hanging above it, looking around. You cannot close the door because Saxton and the boy are currently in the way.
No, but there's other things that can be done in this given situation. Nobody's going to like what I'm about to do, but it's a solution.
No,
No what?
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, since Jerbreens can enter and leave the same square as an ally without any particular penalty, I will at least move to the doorway on the opposite side of where I am from the door, in front of Saxton and his newly grappled pigeon plushie.
Dove, like a white dove.
Yeah,
But
dove.
like a baby dove. So his feathers aren't white. They're like a little gray, and they're like the Dow feathers, like they're really almost like fur.
Uh-oh. Am I hearing how the doves cry?
No, Saxton currently has its beak covered.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about the color purple then.
Though
Okay.
it is attempting to do that as a free action. Because crying's a free action.
Okay. So I'm assuming I used 10 feet of my movement to get to the door?
Yeah, we'll say that, yeah.
Okay. Do I see the bedroom in its hole?
Yep, you see everything I just mentioned to
Okay.
Saxton.
Oh boy. Well, it's a dark campaign. I make my way to the Baron's side of the bed as quietly as I can.
Okay. You carefully hop over top of the two dogs that are each one of them bigger than you. They're mastiffs.
Lovely.
One
At
is
this
on
point-
one is on his back, and he just seems to be rolling around, his tongue sticking out. He's just kind of like drooling all over the comforter on top of the bed. And the other one is balled up in between both the Baron and the Baroness. As well as he can. He's a pretty big dog.
At this point, I have to question:
Mhm.
do you see it as Nyhm doing like acrobatic moves, like doing a forward flip back jump?
Oh, I was thinking like Xena, but minus the yeah, or cry.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I can-
choice now.
yeah, I got to get chakrams now. Actually, no, she did have a pair of chakrams that turned into daggers at one point.
Oh.
Do you not remember that? It was like halfway through the entirety of the Xena series.
Oof, I'm for me it's not like a straight line because I watched it as a kid and it all scrambled, so I don't know.
At one point, she had a chakram that looked like a yin yang in the center, so it had that curved pattern, and she could instantly
yeah,
split
I
it into
remember
two.
that. Yeah.
Two daggers. I loved it.
Now
Anyways,
that you're fully in the room, you can see a door open ajar in here that is to the bathroom. Yes, there's a bathroom on the second floor. That's how fancy this place is.
indoor plumbing. Wow.
You see a big dresser, and next to the big dresser is a very fancy-looking, expensive mirror. Is the one thing in here that seems to have color to it.
Well,
It's all sparkly and shiny and gilded.
I'm about to have me a mirror after
Twice your size and height.
Oh, God damn it! Why'd you have to say it now?
It's a full body mirror.
Well, thank you. Now I can picture the fact that I can't take it along with me. So yeah, I'm gonna get past the pretense. I try to assassinate the Baron. That's what the plan was to begin with, but it was taking too long of a.
The Baron is the okay.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
so
the Baron is the bad guy.
Yeah.
roll to hit with advantage.
He is the bad guy, right?
It's up to you
Can I-
to decide.
Because my mind, it's not what it used to be. Do you remember what they told us in that shop that they want us to do? Because
You mean in the place
I'm
where I
very
was selling my
confused as a
goods?
player. Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted us to take out Isaac, and then she would deal with us. But from my understanding, and please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the Baron was the one who kidnapped Irina. I know Isaac's the one that's got all the different dolls of her, but
Okay, I'll correct it. The Raven told Hemlock, and then Hemlock told you guys that Isaac showed up, and Isaac and a bunch of guards took her into the Baron's mansion. There was no statement that it was under the Baron's orders.
He's a noble man. He deserves to die for sure.
No. I don't want to kill
Don't feel
somebody.
sorry.
I'm not about to assassinate somebody who wasn't.
Redistribute the wealth.
No kings, no man. I mean, no kings, no animals. Only what?
You guys aren't helping here. Okay,
But
Scotty,
you
I'm
do
gonna have
know that Isaac is his henchman. You've probably heard rumors from townsfolk about he's equivalent to the police chief of this town. And he is very much he just does whatever he wants and gets his way by force, this Isaac character. But the Baron doesn't stop him from doing anything. Baron never puts any charges on him. He doesn't even put him on leave when he kills somebody. Looks at camera.
Do it.
Screw
it.
Okay, the fact that I've now got Emperor Palpatine in my head does not help my case much, but yeah,
He
I'll
does.
take out.
The human version does look very Palpatine.
Oh, well, then that seals the deal. Just fucking end him.
All right, rolled ahead at advantage.
I apologize for the cursing.
Good.
think we
Let
can
the
curse
hatred flow.
You're using a rapier, right?
Yes,
Okay.
which is a +6, which means my rolls were 16 and 19 respectively.
Okay. He does not have armor on, so that hits. You had advantage, so you get your sneak attack bonus. And because he was incapacitated and he was sleeping, I'm gonna say you do crit damage, so you do double the damage dice.
Jesus. Okay, so
We were not
that's-
gonna roll on the table though. This would be just a lot of damage.
I
Everybody's
explode the
sleeping.
bed and everybody goes with it. Okay, so that's 2d8 and
And Hemlock's gone.
She will take no part in this.
that's kind of why I was having issues getting up to the point of I'm assassinating a sleeping possible murderer.
To be fair, Hemlock's safe. I mean, she's not an accomplice or anything.
True. And then I need my 2d4. Oh wait, no, it's +4, so that's +8 on top of whatever I roll. Never mind. Okay, give me a
Yeah,
second.
so 2d8 plus. What do you got? 2d6 for sneak?
Yes, so it'd be
So-
a total of 4d6.
Mm-hmm.
But my rapier also has a +4 to the damage.
Yeah.
It's 1d8 +4.
2d8 plus 4d6 plus 4.
Oh, just the 1 +4. Okay, that makes
Mm-hmm.
it easier. Okay. Let's see. $25. Stab.
All right, he had 9 hit points, so you stab him straight through the heart. The rapier goes straight through him and through the bed. And
Quietly, I hope.
he doesn't even make a noise. You killed him so quickly that there wasn't even time for him to have a reaction. It was probably the most merciful death you could have gave him. It was so quick. But the pool of blood very clearly starts to soak the bed. In this, and going outwards, and one of the dogs starts to wake up. After Nym's turn, it is Tim-Tam's turn.
Okay, can I see the dog?
Actually, sorry, I didn't let Nyhm finish their turn. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Hide.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, roll stealth.
All right.
You're gonna hide under the bed. That's the quickest place to hide.
I was about to say there's a dress. Wasn't there a dresser beside the bed?
It's on the other side.
Can I not?
Wasn't the Baron's wife in the bed?
Yes.
I'm not hiding underneath the Baron's wife, Mav.
No. Leave no bloodline.
Jesus, you're dark. That means you'd have to kill the pigeon? Dove? No, because they're not the same bloodline. Never mind. I'm going to shut up.
Both the Baron, Baroness, and their child are all Luma. They're all Dove.
Okay, so then, yeah, that would be the end of the line. So, yeah, you'd have to kill the dove. Anyways, 19 on the stealth.
Okay, you quickly dart under the bed. Now it is Tim-Tam's turn. I'm sorry. Tim-Tam, all you saw was Nyhm hop into that room And Saxton is strangle holding a child.
Can I see the dogs? I mean, I could see them before, but I don't know if
You
Saxton
can
is too big.
perception check.
Am I good at that?
There's a few bodies in the way.
15.
I would say you see the dog at the foot of the bed that's just like on its back.
I don't want to be the guy who kills the dog. I don't want to shoot at the dog either. I'll shoot at the dog.
Do you have sniper thing or whatever? Do you have any of the sniper feats?
I have 120 feet firebolt.
Okay. Saxton, the boy, and part of the door in the way. So I'm gonna say the AC will be hot. It'll be a little harder to hit.
Oh, I can roll disadvantage if you prefer. I don't know. And the turret. Sorry. I want to make sure I can reach it.
The AC will be higher, but you still have advantage because the dog is asleep.
Okay. Okay, so both me and the turret, it's 120. So I guess it would be the same for the turret.
Okay. Are you both the same target?
Yes, it's the only one I can see, I think.
That the
no,
boy.
I could see the boy. No, I left the boy to Saxton. So it's a 15 for the firebolt.
At advantage?
Oh, advantage. Wait. It's a 15 at advantage.
Okay. I'll say that just hits.
That's 2 fire damage.
2?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
All right, and then your turret.
No. Get the 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm. The dog yips as it immediately gets hit with fire, and then
8 force damage and gets pushed 5 feet back, whatever that brings the dog under the bed.
Oh, I don't take pleasure in describing this. So you hit the dog with the firebolt. This is force damage, right? Actually, no, it's force damage. Oh, thank God. It's not bludgeoning damage. Or I would have made this it's not going to be as gory as I thought. Thank goodness. But the dog was on fire for just the briefest moment. The yip was enough to wake the Baroness and the other dog. But you hit it, and the Baroness and the other dog and the Baron's corpse and the head of the bed all get covered in dust. As when things get destroyed by force damage, especially if it was way more than the health they had initially, usually they get disintegrated. So the dog's body Thanos snapped it and just all over both of them.
Okay.
And
so that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Yeah.
At that point, the Baroness would definitely scream. And it is Saxton's turn.
Okay, and this is the Baron's son?
Safe to assume.
How old does he look?
Baron, that's weird.
Hasn't had his first flight yet.
You're muted. Hemlock. I don't know if you scream at us.
The reactions just okay.
He
Well,
seems
I guess-
completely flabbergasted and stunned by the whole thing. Okay, your crit made him incapacitated till the end of your turn. Or the end of his next turn. Sorry.
Is this the Baron's only child?
You don't know.
Well, I wasn't expecting us to go murder hobo here.
I'm sorry. What was your line just a few seconds ago? End the bloodline, I believe it was.
You're the one who stabbed first. I just condoned it.
Oh, fuck.
So, Saxton, as we have it, everyone is awake. The dog is awake, the Baron is awake, and you have a pigeon on your hands. So,
Well,
I'm
we
not
don't
gonna
want
say
to.
what you have to do, but you should throw the pigeon to another character.
Well, we don't need a Inigo Montoya following us down the road. So next snap.
Okay. Roll
You're
to hit
still
with,
muted, Callie.
roll to hit with advantage.
I honestly
'Cause
don't.
You
he's
don't want to
grappled.
hear what I'm saying.
Because he's grappled and incapacitated.
15 and 18.
I'm double checking if he has stats.
Because nobody thought that somebody would try to snap their neck.
I love how we were like super angry about the hags and want revenge and the
Oh, Oh,
the whole kid thing.
oh, everybody has stats. I just need to find them. Yes, every kid has stats in this.
Okay, so they did anticipate somebody going murder hobo.
It's a gothic campaign.
I
Death is
mean,
just around the corner.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Roll damage. We're gonna see how broken 5e is right now.
8 damage.
I could say something.
He is
really
not
funny.
dead.
Counter twist.
This is awesome.
Roll to hit at advantage. He's incapacitated.
Give him time. He'll get the head off eventually.
And 21.
Yeah. Roll damage.
Another 8.
Still up.
Please run, child, please.
He can't. He literally can't right now.
Currently grappled and having somebody try to snap your neck, and you're still not dead. I don't know if this kid is lucky or.
Oh, on the bright side, the screams are still muffled.
His maybe. His mother is watching you try to rip his head off and fail.
Well, you're there and stealth and ready for the next go.
Who says I'm gonna kill her?
Yeah, they made an error on his stats. I'm just saying this up front.
Is that
But yeah,
because
he's-
Math is...
But yeah, he's still conscious.
How does he have higher health than his father?
Maybe there's a
Yeah.
little bit more to him than you thought. So after Saxton's turn, if that's all Saxton's going to do, I think that I'm assuming it was bonus action to your second attack, right?
Yeah.
Do you attempt to move? You can move half your speed while grappling.
I guess shumble inside with him in front as a shield.
Okay. After you, Hemlock, you are hiding under the bed.
Yeah.
When you hear down the hallway a horrible blood-curdling scream, and Isaac was just about to leave, when you can just see from under the bed him pulling out, drawing the battle axe and running down the hallway. What do you do?
Holy shit. How is what I was gonna do less chaotic than this? Okay. I get out of the bed and I go to Arena and I cast invisibility on her. And
She's now trying to, like, as you were gonna cast it, she's now trying to, like, fight off her hands are tied behind her back, and she has a rag in her mouth.
okay. It would untying the rag from her mouth, like, would that be my action before I cast invisibility, or can I do that and then cast invisibility?
I'll say you can do one of two things. You can either cast invisibility, or you can remove her binds, which includes the mouth gag as your action.
Okay. I mean, she wouldn't be able to get out if she wasn't untied. So I guess I will untie her. Nothing I could do is possibly worse than this.
All right, you go to do that, and she's like, "You need to get out of here now."
Well, that was the plan. But
I'll say her initiative is yours. She'll go on your
Okay.
turn now.
Okay.
That was your action. So
Yeah. Sorry.
oh, and it took half. I'll say took half your move to get up from under the bed.
Okay. I'm not gonna move anywhere because I need to cast. I want to cast invisibility
And
on
you're-
her before I leave.
And you're
so,
currently disguised as her.
yes, that's why I need to cast invisibility on her.
Which you remember, as she doesn't seem to look at you with, like she recognizes who you are underneath the veil.
Oh, it's Hemlock. The raccoon or the Mapach girl. I've come to save you. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna cast invisibility on you, and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, I gotta find my friends too. Hopefully that scream wasn't them.
It was, yeah. I was gonna say it was a lady scream, but you haven't heard your friend scream yet, so who knows?
I mean,
do you attempt to start leaving the way you came with her?
No, I'm not gonna leave until I cast invisibility on her.
You're gonna stay in this room.
Yep.
In the bedroom. Okay. After you,
Yeah, I don't know
the
what's
other
going on,
dog
so-
gets up off the bed, sneezes because there's dust everywhere. Immediately looks over and sees Saxton and starts growling angrily.
And your cat goes
The
apeshit.
Baroness, she starts like going from like a scream to like a cry scream, and she tries to shield herself from Saxton as much as possible, taking a pillow and trying to use it as a shield. Looks over and sees her husband dead, and falls out of bed. Where's that book? There it is. I'm going to say this is so traumatizing, she's going to roll on a madness check.
Ends up summoning Cthulhu.
Now that's a spell. Oh, she rolled 100. She faints. Nyhm, it is your turn.
Want to help me out with this jar of pickles?
I forgot somebody very important.
Jesus fucking
Tim-Tam.
Christ,
I'm so
man.
sorry. Tim-Tam. Coming down the hallway, coming right towards you, is Isaac with the battle axe. He holds it in one hand, and he looks really angry. And his fiendish arm, he puts his hand like this, and a fireball thing appears in it, and he chucks it at you, Tim-Tam. Let's see. The bed was on fire, but the dog dust, I think, extinguished the flames on the bed. I'd never thought I'd say dog dust. 7 to hit would miss.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
17,
fireball goes flying past you, hits the stairway, and that spot of the stairway is now on fire.
So we are going to end up burning this house down.
Actually,
Yeah,
it
it
won't be
was-
us this time,
Flammable after all.
but it will burn.
And he moves right up to your turret, and then it's Nymph's turn.
Could
You are
I?
currently under the bed. It will take half your movement to get out from under the bed.
Did I see Isaac heading towards Tim-Tam?
No.
If I get out from underneath the bed, do I see Isaac running after Tim-Tam?
Nope. What you do see is a mastiff who bites at you immediately. More out of reflex than anything. Didn't know you were there. Does a 16 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. You also reflexly flinch out of the way as the teeth go.
I'd like to think there'd be more of a dodge than a flinch, but okay.
Well, because you're so dexterous, your dodge is like, it's so instinctual, but anyway. It's still your turn. Now is half your move. Baroness looks like she fell asleep again. Weird.
Callie, plug your ears. I'm warning you.
Earmuffs.
You're muted.
I'm not gonna plug my ears. Do it, I guess.
Okay.
You heard her. Do it.
Oh, I don't. I mean, what can I say? I can't say anything.
You can't condone it, but you're not going to stop it.
You can't.
I'm
stop
not
them.
there.
Yeah.
I
Right.
can't stop it. I don't know what's going on.
As far as she knows, it's Saxton screaming.
Yeah, let's tell her that when we're done. Yeah, to try and keep it as quiet as possible, even though it's already been a blood-curdling scream and some yelping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hemlock, you do hear a large dog barking from your room. And growling.
The problem is the dog is going to start attacking immediately. I've got to take out the threat before it does any damage. I go for the dog.
Okay.
So within
Since
5 feet of...
Since Saxton moved in the room, I'll say you have an ally within 5 feet.
Okay. Sneak attack if it hits. I'm assuming roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So dirty 20.
That hits.
D8, 2d6. 14 plus 4 is 18.
Okay. With the 5 hit points it had, Hemlock, you hear like the barking, growling, and then suddenly a yip and silence on the other side of the mansion. Nyhm, it goes back to you, and the rapier is through its neck, and it's dead. Falls off the bed, lifeless, bleeding out.
As humane as possible. It didn't suffer.
So you still have half your move and a bonus.
I'm going to move out into the hallway and hide.
You notice as you were moving out there, Saxton is twisting this kid's neck like he's trying to open up a cork bottle, and it's not killing him.
Actually, it's a jar of pickles.
Or jar pickles.
I'm assuming I need a stealth roll.
Yeah, I'll say your bonus action use stealth. So stealth roll.
Okay.
This is Fargo.
23.
All right. You immediately hop over the door and hide behind the door because the door was still wide open.
That works.
That's when you see Isaac next to Tim-Tam.
Hey,
as you move out into the hallway really quickly. You keep your ears down, and I like to think you're just like peeking above the door.
You're making her sound way too cute when she's more of a badass, but I keep wanting to have her drop some either some smoke pellets or smoke powder and just ninja her way across the whole thing. Like 1 minute she's here, next minute she's over there.
Best we can afford is pocket sand.
Tim-Tam.
Oh boy. First I'm gonna shoot Isaac with the ballista.
Okay.
The turret. With a 10, I'm pretty sure I miss.
Yeah, 10
Right.
misses.
So
He sidesteps at the last moment as it fires.
is he? Where?
And he,
Where?
and he
How?
says to you, what the fuck are you doing in the mansion?
What are you doing in my swamp? I'm sorry, that should have been muted.
Oh yeah, no. We have an absolutely valid explanation for this. It's here, and I will thunder wave his face.
All right, that's con save, right?
Yeah.
Well, Hemlock, if things weren't loud enough already, a giant explosion goes off at the other end of the hallway.
I basically just clap my hands. That I have,
That's-
like,
Sounds like a
special-
lightning bolt just went off in the middle of the hallway.
Stealth mission.
Dirty 20 on con save.
passes.
How much damage? So he still takes half.
Oh yeah. So it was 12, so 6.
Okay. Looks
I
like it barely
guess we-
phased him, and he looks pissed.
Is he melee?
Looks like he's about to your face,
But
when he
I
gets the
will
chance.
go back. I mean, but if I go back, does he get an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Then I won't.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Saxton, your turn.
Uh,
You're currently in the bedroom. You can clearly see outside, because the door hasn't been closed to the master bedroom yet. Tim-Tam cast some kind of loud spell on Isaac, who's now in melee with him.
shh, just go to sleep. Twisty, twisty.
Roll to hit with advantage. Actually, wait, no, he's no longer incapacitated, so just roll to hit normally.
15.
Yep.
7 damage.
He is still up.
Ugh. 21.
Sorry, I'm doing the math of how much damage you've done already. 21 hits, yes.
8 more.
Okay. He is still up and he is crying in your arms.
Shamble
And
into the
his
hallway.
little arms are like grabbing at your arm, trying to break free.
Could this like just try to render him unconscious or something?
That would be non-lethal damage.
Okay.
So it'd still be the same mechanically, it's just you state it's non-lethal.
Okay.
And do you do anything else in your turn? Because you still gotta... You can move at half your speed while grappling.
Shamble out into the hallway.
So you
With the room
shambled
front
in the room and then you shamble back out?
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing the waltz.
Isaac sees you with the boy. And
Hello.
Tim-Tam, his attention immediately veers off from you to that. And he looks very worried. After Saxton is Hemlock.
Cast invisibility on Irina, and I run out of the room. Whoa! Sorry.
Get mad at it.
Poor Deku.
Oh my god, they're all falling. My Hero Academia, everybody. all of the My Hero Academia characters just fell off my desk. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. I cast invisibility on Irina and I run out of the room.
Which direction? Do you head back the stairs you were going? Because the second you ran out of that room, and you go out into the hallway, into the big T section where there was the art gallery or whatever, you can see Tim-Tam and you can see Isaac.
And can I see Saxton?
No. But
I can't.
You can't. But Isaac's looking down that hallway.
I don't know what's going on, so I can't be Callie right now.
Oh yeah, the
and-
gallery, the definitely like most of the artwork has been destroyed by your Thunderwave for sure. It's almost did like an anime crater from your Thunderwave because it does area damage.
Okay, I will.
You hear downstairs what sounds to be guards, someone in armor of some kind, like you can hear like chainmail and stuff. Someone, and you just hear like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" And someone's starting to come up the stairs.
I say, Arena, you need to get out of here. I'll figure it out. And I will.
She whispers, "Okay, I'll meet you back at the tavern."
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. That's what I do. And then I crouch down and I start to make my way over to I'm still disguised as Arena, and I'm going to crouch and try to make my way over to my compatriots. See what they're doing.
Are you attempting that stealthily?
Yes.
Oh wait, you can't. You used your action to cast invisibility.
Okay, then
you just walk up then. I guess. As quietly as you can without it being mechanically stealthy.
Okay.
So he looks distracted anyway, so fine. After Hemlock is actually how many I'm gonna see how long she's unconscious. Okay. Isaac will point the battle axe at you, Saxton, and say, "Put the kid down before I break your neck."
I'm trying to, but he's putting up a fight.
He will provoke attack of opportunity from Tim-Tam or your sentry if they have a melee attack. As he runs up to Saxton with the battle axe.
I don't think that turret. I will
I don't think it does either.
poke it with my staff.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 does hit him.
Mwah.
I'll say a d4 plus strength.
Well, it's technically a d8
Oh.
plus nothing.
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
I don't have.
Then go
5.
ahead.
Bludgeoning damage.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. And he continues coming up, and he goes right up to Saxton, and he swings twice with the battle axe.
The kid is in front of me.
Yeah.
Does he provoke an appetite?
No, because you are behind Saxton. Saxton went further in the hallway, and you're like at the door.
Oh, I
Heading
thought
in
he
the
went
corner.
into the. Okay. Okay.
Does the kid give me extra AC?
Yes. I'll say the kid gives you an extra 2 AC as you're using him as a shield. 11 to hit.
Ah! No.
Okay. Second attack. Dice of Doom are being very nice to you guys, probably because you're being really evil. So 9 to hit on the second attack. Swings twice with the battle axe. He's trying not to hit the kid.
Does he end up hitting the kid?
No. Unless I nat 1 and it says you hit an ally. Then no. So after him, it is Nym's turn.
I'm assuming at this point I finally see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you saw him.
Right.
When you went out here to hide behind the door.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. That's when I saw him approaching Tim-Tam.
Mhm.
So he's in melee with me at this point, isn't he?
He's in melee with Saxton. You're about another 5-foot square away, we'll say. If this was a grid and they had a 5-foot tile squares, there's like a tile gap between you and Saxton. Then he's
Okay.
like on the other side of that.
So I can effectively slip between his legs to get on the opposite side of him, attack, disengage, and move back away from him, correct? All in that order?
You would provoke an attack, but yeah.
Uh,
Because you'd be moving through his square to get there.
I thought Jabreens could do that. No, they can occupy the same square as an ally, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then never mind. I will go up to him from this side, attack, disengage, and then move to the other side of him.
Okay.
Which will not provoke an attack of opportunity, correct?
If you disengage.
After my attack. Okay, cool. So, yes, I will attack with my rapier. Actually, I wonder. I wonder. Give me a second. Double checking something. What do I have? Trying to decide if I want to do this or not. It's a little bit more damage. Nah, I'll attack him with my rapier. So yeah, rolling to hit. Well, shit. Can you grab the chart for me, Scotty?
Nat 1.
20.
Okay.
Do you want my damage dice or chart dice?
Chart first.
Chart first.
Because that could affect your damage.
That it could. 51.
Okay. He suffers the poisoned condition until the end of your next turn.
Oh,
so he has disadvantage on his attacks.
Okay. So doubling the damage dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okey-dokey.
As you stab him in the lower abdomen.
Calculating. $28 damage.
Okay. Got a good stab on him.
Cool. Then I use my bonus action to disengage and move through his square and over towards Tim-Tam.
Okay. Wrong book.
Uh-oh.
Tim-Tam, it is your turn.
Why did it get quiet all of a sudden?
Okay, I will shoot at him now.
Okay.
Shoot her! I mean him.
Yeah, now that in range and everything is calmer. So that's 14 to hit with the 5-bolt.
The 14 hits.
Oh. 3 fire damage.
All right. All right.
And now for the real thing. $16 for the turret.
16 hits.
And deals 11 force damage.
Okay. So, you smack him with your bolt, and just kind of like onto part of the web membrane on his wing, and then the force damage does your actual damage in your turn. And then it is Saxton's turn.
Still trying to incapacitate this dove.
Okay.
At least you moved to non-lethal damage.
$14.
14 hits.
6 damage.
Still conscious.
And 15?
15 hits.
7.
Now he passes out.
Okay, so he passes out in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I still can't see this, or can I now? Once I moved
No.
up.
All you,
See,
see,
I was just-
all you see is Tim-Tam right now, actually.
Look up at Isaac. See, I was just putting him to bed.
That's your turn?
Yep.
All right. After you, it is Hemlock's turn.
I would now like to stealthily make my way over to my friends.
Okay. Tim-Tam, you see Irina coming over, and she's being all stealthy.
Jeez.
Arena?
Does 11 for stealth?
Actually, no, you're no longer disguised as Irina because you're concentrating on visibility.
Disguise self isn't concentration.
It is
Oh.
not? Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I have made sure.
okay. How much was the stealth? I'm sorry.
11.
All right. You get around the corner, and then you peek around the corner, and you can see the scene. Saxton has an unconscious child in a chokehold that he's just releasing. It looks like Isaac is in the middle of a skirmish with him, and you don't see Nyhm. And Tim-Tam and the turret obviously were firing at Isaac. The door is wide open. You can just see a master bedroom and what appears to be like dust everywhere in there.
I see the kid,
Mm-hmm.
and my thoughts go to the absolute worst. And I go as close to Saxton as I possibly can without Isaac seeing me.
Okay. It's a narrow hallway. There's no way you could get within touch. Isaac's in the way.
Shit.
Saxton and Nyhm, you would see Irina appearing. Doesn't have a weapon or anything.
Since we know that Hemlock is prone to disguising herself, insight check.
On your turn.
Copy.
Well, I used my action to sneak, right? So I can't do anything. Okay.
Unless you have a bonus action thing.
I don't have any bonus actions, I don't think. I cry a little bit.
That is a free
That's
action.
all I do.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
Nyhm. Oh, I guess you would see Nyhm. Because Nyhm technically isn't hiding right now. Just Nyhm was doing the kiting thing. Hopping back and forth.
Do I have that still? Give me just a moment. I'm double checking something of my inventory. Yes, I do.
You hear Tim-Tam is actually probably the first to hear. Sounds like someone's coming up the stairs. In a bit of a hurry. And they're like, Baron, are you alright? And you just catch like the head of a pike spear as it's coming up the stairs.
Cute. So I'm going to take out one of my ball bearings and cast Catapult towards Isaac.
Okay. Dex save for Isaac. 30, 20.
Well, yeah, that does that do anything if it misses? Fails, strikes target, stops moving.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so I basically
So
just
it's like a bullet hole. It just goes straight through the wall.
Hmm. Well, at least it did some damage.
Can you roll damage for it anyway? I want to see if it actually goes through the building
Sure.
or not.
Sure. 3d8 damage to a building coming up. Oh shit. 12. 18.
Yeah, okay. It definitely shot out of the mansion.
I hope that wasn't towards the direction of the village, because somebody's about to have a really bad day.
It won't hit anybody. It's just and to see if like you would be able to retrieve it or not. You definitely can't.
Well, I've got 999 others, so
Yeah.
And then bonus action to hide. I'll stay near Tim-Tam.
Okay. Let's see what else is going on in this building.
Do I need another stealth roll?
Yes.
Copy.
There is a door you have not opened yet. Though Saxton's like almost right in... Yeah, Saxton would be right in front of it. You can move through friendly squares, so it won't matter. For you.
How does that affect me if I'm staying near Tim-Tam?
Oh, never mind. What'd you get for...
this?
Yeah, I thought you were still at the door for some reason. What'd you get for stealth?
22 for stealth to hide.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Does the building have rafters?
Yeah, I'll say that's what you do.
Yay.
Actually, no, it does not have rafters. Shoot, I'm sorry. There's an attic, so you wouldn't be able to get to the rafters.
I don't know. Can I jump through the bullet hole I made?
I'll say you open that door and you go in there in that room to hide.
Well, wouldn't that cause somebody to see me if they're in the room? Or does my 22 stealth still apply?
Nope, that still applies.
Okay.
It's the bathroom. You go in there and you're in the bathroom.
Oh, that works. Okay.
There is a iron tub with claw feet on it. You know, the classic tub with feet. Neatly folded towels. And a table and a little mirror. As you're sitting in this room. Then it is Tim-Tam's turn.
Okay, so there's coming somewhere from the stairs.
The stairs you guys came up from, it seems like a guard's coming up the stairs.
How far are the stairs?
5-10 feet.
Okay.
You could peek around the corner and fire at something down the stairs. That's how close it is.
Okay, then I will cast grease on the base of on the end of the stairs.
Oh, okay. It's a dex save, right?
It's a dex save.
Is that at the beginning of their turn, or is it immediately?
It's immediately, and then I think it's at the beginning every time you enter or leave the...
Okay.
Yes, if a creature that enters the area or ends in its turn must make also the dexterity saving throw. But
Right.
if it's created under you, you also have to make it.
An 11 on the dex save.
Fails.
Whoa! As the guard goes down the stairs. For max fall damage. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
He's not
I
dead,
feel-
but he's just like, shit. Thinks he slipped or something.
It's Attica.
And the ballista will fire at Isaac.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That hits.
For 10 force damage.
Alright. He's looking pretty beat up at this point. Then it is Saxton's turn.
Wait, didn't
Currently
he
have
get
an
to go
unconscious
first?
child in your arms.
I thought that Isaac went before I did.
No, he goes after you.
Okay.
He goes after
But-
everybody.
But when I rendered the child unconscious last time, he didn't attack.
Did he not?
No, because the time before that, he attacked. He didn't get through.
Well-
the child was still awake.
Well, that was my bad. So I guess I accidentally skipped his turn. Still your turn though.
Okay, then drop the child and go to attack Isaac.
Okay.
24.
That hits.
5 damage.
All right.
Then I'll use Fury of Blows. $17 and a 19.
Both hit.
Hey, Mike.
14 additional.
Okay.
And I move down to the hole, into the hole where the rest of them are. Or
Isaac's
Well-
in the way.
I don't like that map.
see that fat? I can't get around.
It's 5 foot wide. You could get around, but you would provoke.
No, because I hit with my Fury of Blows. He cannot react.
Okay. So you go around and you're to everybody else.
All right.
Hemlock.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Isaac looks pretty beat up at this point. But now it's just him and the unconscious boy in that hallway.
And can I get to the unconscious boy without him seeing me? Or
Mm,
probably not, right?
No.
This is need to okay. All right, fine. I let him see me. I quickly run past him if I can, and I get to the boy.
Okay. He sees you and he is shocked. And as you run to go get the boy, he would attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
10.
Against my armor class? No. That
All right.
doesn't
You
hit.
duck under his giant fiend arm, and you get to the boy.
And I hold up my hands at Isaac and I say, "They are here for me. Leave them alone. I don't know what sins they have committed today, but they do not deserve to die, and neither does this child." And I cast Cure Wounds on the kid. So,
Okay.
holy shit. Okay. 11. He gets 11 points back because I hit max.
All right. The bruise on his neck fades a bit. And he's awake and conscious on the ground. Still bewildered and not quite sure what's going on. Feathers are in a ruffle.
I just like kind of cradle the kid in my arms. Like, I cannot believe that people that I trust would do this. And I give Isaac a glance. Like, I wonder what he's going to do next. And that's all for my turn.
Roll me a persuasion check. Actually, just roll me just charisma, no modifiers. I don't think this would be. I don't think that's persuasion.
Okay. It's 18.
Okay. He goes to lower his axe, and sorry, I'm looking at a few things here. And he'll say, "Fine, but I'm going with you." You're all I care about. I've been seeing you in my dreams for years. I know we're connected somehow. As he lowers the axe, still holding it, but he walks towards you. And as he walks towards you, the boy in like a is like looking up at you and looks over at him and the rest of everybody else, and he goes, and he disappears.
Okay.
I look down, like, what the hell is happening?
And the rest of you see as a mist zooms past you, and the boy appears at the stairs, and he goes to run down the stairs.
No!
Damn you, Scotty. That was
13.
No, it's 14 that I see.
And he falls down the stairs.
Oh!
He's not dead, though.
Ah, shit.
But he is prone at the floor.
First I kill the dog. Now I drop a kid downstairs. I'm gonna sit in a corner. Think about my life choices.
Technically, he did it to himself. He just didn't know he was doing it to himself because of the grease.
Congratulations, you Kevin McAllistered him.
Also, Lluis, Jesus Christ, man. I sent you a message, Lluis.
Isaac says to you, Irina, but he also looks back at the rest of the group. You will not be able to stay in the city after this. They'll come after you, drive you out of town.
Then you should stay.
Then you're staying with me, he says angrily, clenching his fist.
Listen. Damn it, I'll stand up. I say,
Slim Shady,
no.
please stand up.
I am the real Slim Shady. I say,
I've only just found you.
I don't know your whole business and why you think you're connected to me. But
You can't doubt this connection that we feel.
Listen, if you really thought you had a connection with me, you wouldn't have me tied up on your bed all the time for fearing that I would leave. A relationship is about trust, okay? And if you can't trust me enough to stay, then maybe there is nothing here.
He looks agitated as you say that. Look, we don't have time. Are you leaving with them or are you staying with me? Because if you go with them, I'll hunt them down and kill them.
I look over at my friends, and I
I'll say at this point, everybody else but him, you guys have realized this is definitely Hemlock in a disguise.
Okay.
You recognize the voice. He probably had her, like, gagged almost immediately, so he doesn't even know what she effing sounds like, this creep.
Shades of Dorian Gray in there.
No, that's the attic. Oh, whoops.
I look over at my friends, and I say, take care of yourselves. And they say, I guess I'll be staying with you then.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes.
Okay. just making
Downstairs, you hear one of the guards say, Victor, are you okay? It's like, ow, shut up. At the bottom of the stairs.
sure. Angsty teen dove. Lovely.
He's not even a teen. Yeah, he hasn't even started to grow in his flight feathers yet. Anyway,
Just
he says, leave.
Just-
He looks at the rest of you and points his battle axe at you guys. And this has been a very long intermission. I'm sorry, this has been Nym's turn the whole time. Nyhm, are you doing anything during this?
Well, yeah.
uh,
Sorry, Callie, but
Yeah,
this is how
sorry.
the game goes. People do their own shit.
Sorry, it was technically your turn, so.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, so that's not working out. So Nym's going to take I'm hoping I can do the surprise attack coming out from the bathroom.
Yeah, he wouldn't have known you were there. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, yeah. I attack him with my rapier.
Say something clever as you step out of the bathroom.
Jesus,
Come on.
I'm horrible at coming up with
Do
puns.
not go in there.
Anyways, 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And 2d6 for sneak attack. '21's piercing.
Okay. Hemlock, you see the door near Isaac creak open, and suddenly you just see the blade end of a rapier like go through his side, and then come back out. And he like goes to grab it, and he looks back angrily towards Nyhm. He is still up.
Then I'm going to take my bonus action to disengage and jump back down the hallway.
Okay. Tim-Tam.
Okay, I will grab my turret with one arm and the staff with the other and
Mhm.
shoot both at the same time at Isaac. But
Okay.
first we'll do the fireball.
Downstairs you hear, what are you buffoons doing? We have invaders, murderers! Upstairs! Get them! As you fire.
Yeah, 19 to hit,
That hits.
10 fire damage.
As you hit him with the firebolt, he's engulfed in flames. And he goes, and he screams, and he's like, no! As he's just like on fire and stuff. And like he's still trying to hold his side where he got stabbed twice by the rapier. And drops his battle axe, and he like falls to his knees, and his big fiendish arm is the only part of him that doesn't seem to catch on fire. But the rest of him gets engulfed in your fire, and he goes, reaching towards Hemlock, and he just falls down, still on fire, dead.
I will walk towards everybody in the room.
You hear a lot of commotion going on downstairs.
I think we should leave and then talk about everything that happened here.
So are we still in initiative?
Oh yeah.
How is the house doing with that fire from earlier?
Let me roll for it.
Hang on. Was it the same staircase that had grease on it that caught on fire? Or was the grease, did the grease put out the fire when it was cast?
I'll say grease put it out when it was cast.
Okay.
It is Saxton's turn after Tim-Tam.
So is it just the blind stairwell going downstairs, or is like a balcony?
From your perspective, you're in the narrow hallway still. It goes back out to the wider hallway that goes through the stretch of the mansion that had the paintings and stuff. A lot of the paintings have been destroyed by Thunderwave. And that leads out towards the front of the house. The stairs that were from the back of the house are the ones that are greased, and both the little boy and the guard fell down.
As I was saying, where the staircase goes down, is there like a balcony looking down where they are?
No, but there are windows with red velvet curtains that you can look through.
Okay, so some of the paintings are tattered paintings are still around.
Parts of them, yeah. They're more of just like broken frames and canvases sprawled about.
Would I be able to light something on fire off the kindling of Isaac?
Sure.
And toss it into oil?
Sure. That'll be your action.
Yeah. Arson seems to be our go-to, so...
Alright, you throw the paintings on his corpse, and you throw some oil on it, and it really starts to pick up a bit.
And start moving towards the windows. From movement.
Alright, you're at the window.
I think it's time to go, lads.
Do you want to peek through the window first?
Oh, okay. Peeky.
Outside, you can see what appears to be the start of a crowd of people outside the Baron's mansion. That just seem to be like, what the heck's going on? You know, there's maybe like 5 people right now. It's not many people.
How far down is it?
15 feet, maybe. You're only on a 2nd floor. It's not that bad.
Okay. I'll call out, there's a fire! Get the fire brigade! And head out the window.
Okay. You know what? Roll to hit. Why not?
Wait, roll to hit what?
The window.
Yeah.
You might not break through.
Oh, okay. Go back. Dirty 20.
All right. Saxton cannonballs through the window. Glass shards cut you for one slashing damage as you go flying out of the building. Now, do you have slow fall?
I do, and also I can also glide.
Yes, that is right. So which do you choose?
I'll glide.
Okay. In what direction? Because you would be falling more than 10 feet, and those rules apply for the glide, or you can choose where you're going to land. Are you going to move towards the crowd? Are you going to move, not really care, just move straight?
I'll go beyond the crowd.
Okay, so you fly over there. And that's the end of your turn. Hemlock, it is your turn.
So I climb out the window and climb down if I can.
All right, give me athletics.
15.
Okay, you're able to get down at the end of your turn. You're like right at the bottom of the building at the end of your turn. Nyhm. Oh, wait. I was about to skip the enemy's turns again. Yeah, he would. The rest of you that are in the building, suddenly appearing in front of you, a greenish yellow fog just seems to like fill up the area and cover everything, and you start to choke on it. So I need Constitution saving throws.
13.
19.
Okay, both of you just pass. So you only take half damage. Alright, you take 6 poison damage each, as this room is filled with this gas. It smells horrible. And then it is Nym's turn. You cannot see anything. It's the whole area is now heavily obscured.
Okay. Well, I know the direction where Saxton headed out.
Mm-hmm. Hemlock and
So-
Saxton, you start to see that yellowish-green smoke coming out of the window. It's definitely not fire smoke, whatever it is.
So, out of character, does everybody else have an escape strategy?
It's just you and Tim-Tam in there right now.
So, Tim-Tam,
light.
do you have an idea on how to get out?
I can light, I think.
Birdfolk.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Nyhm will GTFO out the direction of the window.
Alright, you just hopped out?
Well, no. I would hope to stealth because I don't want anybody in that crowd seeing her.
I would say this is pretty much impossible at this point.
Even we using the smoke as cover?
The smoke is the center of attention. Anything popping out of it, they're going to see.
Okay. Well, fine. I will use as much finesse as I can to acrobatics my way out of the smoke. So look, the whole swan dive, triple flip, 180, land on the ground outside, and then move as far away from the crowd as I can.
Okay.
Let me know if I need to roll acrobatics for that or not.
Now I'll just let it happen.
Okay, cool.
Tim-Tam, you just glide out?
Yeah.
Okay. Head the same way Saxton?
Yeah, I follow Saxton.
Okay, now that you guys aren't in the building anymore, now we're not going to be in initiative. What is your guys' next move? As you are now in the middle of the street. Well, some of you are in the middle of the street.
Gonna use the back alleys to try and get back to the tavern as
There are 4 guards visible out here. And more appear to be on the way.
Can I pop over the fence?
There isn't a fence, but you
Yeah, I
could
thought-
go into a back alleyway.
That'll work.
Yeah, we should try to outrun them.
So you guys try to sneak back to the tavern?
I would.
Alright, group stealth.
Yay, group stealth.
11.
21.
10.
8.
Alright. On your guys' way back, and you're going through the back alleyways. Nyhm, you're doing fine, and you're kind of like beating everybody, and you like cross the street, and you're like, and like as everyone else starts to go, purely just unlucky. Guards are running down the alleyway, and then they see you guys, and they're like, hey, there they are! And one of them has a crossbow, and I'll say it fires at one of the other 3. So I'm going to have 1 be Hemlock, 2 be Tim-Tam, 3 be Saxton, and 4 be a reroll. 2 is a Tim-Tam. So roll a crossbow. Ka-chink. 23 would definitely hit.
Yep.
So you take 3 piercing damage as you get hit with a bolt from a guard.
Okay.
And at this point, we'll go into chase. So chase rules are interesting.
I cast grease. After we chase. I mean,
You and your oil slicks.
This
I
may go.
love that spell.
And
This may go better than expected. Let's see what happens, and then I may have some action I need to take on of my own.
we'll keep the initiative we had in combat, so you don't need to reroll. Actually, you know what? Since we've done different things, I'll let everybody reroll initiative. Pretty sure the guards still go last. So Hemlock, what'd you get?
19.
Wow. Saxton.
22.
You guys roll really good for initiatives. Tim-Tam,
12.
still above average. Nyhm,
11.
yeah, you all still go before the guards.
What
So,
was that about initiative?
Saxton, since you were going first, you can either do 2 things. You can either see, takes a bit because chase rules are kind of weird. You guys are not the pursuers, you're the ones being pursued. Saxton, roll me a d20.
3.
3.
That's just a straight one with no modifiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You continue your chase as you guys are running away, and Saxton, unfortunately for you, some lady up in the second story of one of the buildings, she's like beating the rug that she has, and like the dust goes flying everywhere in front of your face. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Okay. You're able to get through it fast enough that you aren't blinded by the dust and stuff as you just keep running. After you, it is Hemlock's turn, and Hemlock can name D20.
1.
Oh boy. You continue running, and there is a pothole in the way. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
14.
All right, you're able to hop over it. And you continue running.
Wait.
After Hemlock, it is Tim-Tam's turn. Tim-Tam, D20.
5.
A hedge is moving towards the market with his cabbage cart, and it gets in the way. I need either athletics or acrobatics check.
I'm awful at both. No, acrobatics, I'm slightly better. Acrobatics. 6.
Okay, it gets in the way, and you can't really like maneuver over it quickly, and it slows you down a little bit, and the cards kind of catch up to you a little bit. After you, it is Nym's turn, and Nyhm needs a d20 roll.
D20.
As Tim-Tam is now in the back of the group.
13.
13, and no complications. You just keep running. Now it's the guard's turn.
Nyhm just jumps over every single one of you for full movement.
You guys continue darting through the alleyways, and there's a clothesline in the way. Like, they have it stretched out across the alleyway for drying, and one of the guards goes and runs into it, and he needs a dex save. Oh, he just makes the dex save. So he ducks underneath the loins, and he keeps running after you guys. We'll just do one more round of this. Saxton, give me another d20 roll. As you guys are about halfway there.
20.
No complications. You continue running. Hemlock, d20.
5.
Oh boy. A bunch of ravens take off in front of you, and I need either a athletics or acrobatics check.
Would that be an advantage considering our friendship with the crows or with the ravens recently?
It seems like
Or-
it was a startlement on both sides. Like it was not intentional.
4.
All right. You slow down a little bit, and now you're like back where Tim-Tam is. But you're able to keep going. You don't harm any ravens. They don't harm you. Tim-Tam, d20.
$17.
All right. You move up further ahead. Now Hemlock's the one in the back. Nyhm, d20.
Coming right up. A 10.
Ooh. Someone appears to be moving out of their house, and there's like two people with like a long table, and they're like taking it out. And I need either I'll need an acrobatics check to avoid it.
I have to ask.
Mhm.
I'm a Jerbeen. Would this not be me just running underneath it?
There are two Jerbeens with a Jerbeen-sized table,
Son of a bitch. Okay. Fine.
and they're hopping out of the.
I've been wanting
Surprised
to
I haven't had a fruit cart.
Yeah, really. I've been
And they go to
wanting
put the
have
table down. They're like, I need a breather.
wanting to have a reason to use acrobatics, so I guess that works out perfectly then. Holy balls. 26.
All right, you do like the Aang thing where you just like kind of like needles spin through it, and you're fine. They probably don't even see you. Guard's turn. The guard starts running, coming after you guys. You get through just in time right before a crowd appears, and he tries to get his way through the crowd to reach you guys. And you lose him in the crowd as you lose the last of the guards, and you make your way back to the tavern. So you arrive back at the Blue Water Inn after a few more minutes, because I assume you guys didn't just beeline there with guards chasing you. You were trying to like get them off your tail.
Hence the Benny Hill's theme music comment I just made in the yeah.
But you eventually make it back there. You guys get in there just in time to close the door. And like as you close the door, like a bunch of guards are going by, like looking for you guys, but can't find you.
We did it!
With something.
The barkeep's like, what's going on out there?
Some kind of motion up the Baron's house.
Good question.
The Baron's house?
Yeah, apparently someone tried to set it on fire. We
Wow.
almost got trampled by the fire brigade.
That's a quick way of getting yourself killed. continues cleaning his glass. What can I help you with?
Did Irina make it back?
Irina. Oh, yes. Yes, she did.
So yeah.
She did say she was to let her raccoon friend know, her Mapach friend know.
Ah.
She's upstairs.
I go upstairs. I head upstairs. Without saying anything.
Tankard of ale, please.
Slide you a tanker.
Callie, do you want to talk to Irina by yourself, or do you want the group to check on her, considering it was our mission to save her in the first place?
That's up to you. It's up to you.
He slides you a pint of wine.
To me?
No, to Saxton. And he says 3 copper.
Awesome, the copper.
Okay.
Well, it was Hemlock who saved her, so Nyhm would just go to the bar and ask for some wine.
3 copper.
3 copper.
Get you a pint.
Oh shit. It's like a gallon for me.
If you want the really good stuff, it's silver.
What's the really good stuff?
Red Dragon Crush.
Toss him the silver, take back the copper. Actually, no. I'll leave the copper for him. A little bit of a tip.
Okay.
Takes the 3 copper away from drink from you and takes it. Thank you.
No, stabs at your hand. Not going to happen. Don't make us RP this, Mav. I will stab you in the hand.
I will punch you in the face.
And we will see which one of us dies first. He gets the copper.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Hemlock heads up the stairs, and you can see them Saxton and Nyhm kind of arguing over stuff at the bar, more playfully probably than like they're going to kill each other. And at
23 to hit.
one of the doors, there is a Corvum standing at the doorway, and he's just leaning on the door with his wings crossed. And he sees you, and he gets off the door, and he says, "She's been expecting you." Opens the door.
Okay, I go in, I guess.
Close the door. You look over, and on the bed, she's sitting there, and she has her hands crossed, and she's just like looking down, and her fur is like a mess, and she just looks like a wreck. And she's like really slouched over. But as you come in, she like lifts her head up. She's like, "Oh, thank goodness she made it back. Where's his mark?" Tavern Keep said something happened to him. Is he still alive?
Irina, we don't.
She stands up and comes up to you. "Please tell me he's still alive."
We will find him. Our primary objective was to find you. And we did. And so now we will find his mark too, or I will at least. Because I believe in doing good. I don't know what they believe in anymore. But
I believe Father Donovich, I guess, was right after all. Maybe we should go to Krez. Valaki is definitely not safe for me anymore. It's not safe for you.
I think that's true. I think that what happened today was a heinous thing and that we'll never be forgiven for. But are you all right? Like, did he do anything to you?
No, I'm fine. Fine, She seems something weird about him. He seems familiar, like I've met him before.
He said something weird to me, that he had seen you before in his dreams.
He mentioned something about that. Well, we should try to find my brother and head to Krizik now. I don't think we're going to be able to stay in this town overnight.
I think you're right.
I heard that there's a Vistani camp just outside of town, on the way to Krizik. Maybe they know where Ismark is.
Then we'll go there. We should think. I think they're downstairs drinking, and
You say that, and she gets up, and she goes over to the dresser, and pulls out this tattered cloak, and she puts it on and puts the hood up. Says, I don't know where my stuff is now, but best I better not stick around to find out.
well, you're not gonna go by yourself, are you?
No, of course not.
Okay, just let me gather the others, and
I will.
maybe we'll help you find these more.
I will repay you for this someday.
No, I don't need.
I've put all of your lives in danger just from being around you.
No, they did that to themselves. I
As long as he is looking for me, none of you are safe.
As long as who? The Strahd?
Yes.
Oh.
Be careful not to say his name. He might be listening.
Oh. Okay.
She goes over to the door and she knocks in a specific pattern on the door. And the Corvum opens the door. And you guys head downstairs. Rest of the group. We get like a cartoon, like a fight cloud as Saxton and Nyhm are like fighting over the copper.
I'm on one corner, like tinkering with my turret, thinking about my life choices in the darkest possible like corner in the whole tavern.
Wheat bloop?
A brooding Corvum.
Woo.
Whoa.
Like clearly not doing anything other than cleaning the turret, but just to do something.
You notice that what was his name?
The Corvin Nevermore.
The Corvin, or not the Corvum, the Servin reindeer guy. The colorful clothes. Rictavio, I think was his name. He's watching you tinker with your turret. With some intrigue. But he doesn't try to intervene or seem creepy or anything. If you notice him, if you like keep looking at him as he's watching, he'll actually get up and go over to your table then, Tim-Tam, and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just couldn't help but admire your machination. It's quite advanced."
Yeah. I mean, it's not that special. It's just lazy magic, you know?
It reminds me of this one contraption I saw this Mapach make. It was like a suit of armor, but he rode inside it. And it was able to move on its own. Doubled his height.
Wow.
I believe his name was... Oh, he wouldn't want me to tell his name.
Oh. I mean, that sounds interesting. I would like to meet that Mapach. They are I mean, I've learned a couple tricks from their kind before. Actually, I wouldn't been able to build one of these without some teachings from the Mapach.
Hmm. So you're an artificer then?
Yeah, we could say that.
What brings you here in these lands? Usually you stay in Elderheart.
Oh, if I knew. Just, I think it seems to be sadly recurrent adventurers that just appear in these places.
Red Dragon Crush over here for my friend. One of the Corvum waiters brings the pint of wine to you. And he continues to chat with you. He's very friendly. He's not trying to be like too invasively friendly, but he's definitely being like, you can tell that you've had a tough time with something, but he's not gonna ask about it.
Yeah.
Just chit chat. Saxton and Nyhm and Tim-Tam at that moment would notice Hemlock coming downstairs with a badger with white fur and a cloak. Pretty sure it's Irina.
This time.
We had somewhere else to go.
She comes over to the bar where you two are at, with Hemlock, and says, "It's not safe here for me. I'm leaving town. Looking for my brother Ismark. I heard that there's a Vistani camp. They're staying with the Dusk Feathers just outside of town."
We've been to the camp.
You
We can lead you.
You have not.
Oh, I thought we had been the gypsy camp with the fortune teller.
No, to the west.
Oh, my bad. Regardless,
I'm gonna follow what Father Donovich said. Should have went to Kresik in the first place.
okay. If you can afford me a few moments to stop by a shop, I can get you there in half the time that it would normally take traveling the roads.
Of course.
Cool. Wait here. I'll go take care of that business. Be right back.
Tim-Tam, you notice as you're talking with Rictavio, he does eye Nyhm as Nym's leaving. He doesn't impede or anything. You just notice as he's talking to you, he does watch Nyhm leave. Did I ever tell you about this one time Piccolo stole a meatball from my spaghetti? You know, and he's like talking about the little mouse he had and stuff.
That's good. I think I should check on my friends now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure.
It's
He puts his
fine.
feet up on the table. He's
I'll
got
go
nice
with
boots.
them.
They're worn, but they look like they were expensive at one point. So, Nyhm, where you heading?
I am heading back to the shop where Tim-Tam and I made the deal with the shopkeep to take out Isaac so that she would buy the jewelry that I had and to assist for the town.
Oh, that's not a shop. Going back to that noble's house?
Oh, the noble's house, right.
Right now? Okay. As you go to leave, give me a
Taking back
stealth.
alleys, yeah.
Give me stealth checks as you avoid. Give me 3 of them as you avoid the guards. Go into the other side of town.
Okay. 24. 18, 19.
As you're sneaking your way there, you can hear it spread like wildfire through the town about how there's a bunch of agents of Strahd's that have killed the Baron and have lit the house on fire and killed Isaac, his henchman that everybody feared. They sound more scared of you than they were of Isaac.
Okay. The lowest roll was a 18.
Okay. You do eventually make it there.
Cool. Before I go into the shop,
and as you make it there, a Jerbeen comes out of the shadows right behind you, and he has on a eye patch that's just like a headband that's sideways, for up his eye. And he says, mighty brave of ya to be going out in the middle of the city after when they're looking for your head. I'm not here to stab your gut. Lady was wanting me to keep an eye on you.
The lady
me.
I'm going to... You seem to have this tendency of cutting me off just as I start to talk.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Is he trying to lead me to the lady that I was going to anyways?
Yeah, going in the back way.
Okay. Oh, the back way. Okay, that's a smarter idea.
He's got a very roguish type of look to him. You know, he's wearing like leather. He's got a bunch of throwing knives bandolier. You know.
So he's copying my look, basically.
Yeah, but even angstier.
Even angstier. It's even more so. While we're walking around, would I be able to quietly cast Identify on that platinum pendant that I had?
Sure.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to do that.
You identify nothing significant.
It's worth a cast. Okay, put it back in my pack, and I'll follow him the rest of the way through.
All right. You show up there, and he lets you in. And he says, don't move, I'm going to go get her.
Right.
And he goes upstairs. And as he goes upstairs, you hear more scratching at a door up there, like you did last time you were here. And then she comes down about a minute or two later. And says, I would have been a little more subtle about it. But the job is done, and I thank you greatly for that. You're in safe hands here.
Thank you. So, you're going to buy the jewels this time?
Of course, of course. Puts down the money pouch for everything but the pendant. Right.
Take everything out of my bag, set the jewelry box down, take the pendant out of the jewelry box, throw it back in the bag, back in my bag, and then take the coin pouch.
Okay, that would be 100 gold. No, 150 gold.
Ooh.
That she gives you. It's a mix of electrum and gold pieces.
Okay.
110 gold and 80 electrum. In a leather bag.
Nice.
And she says, I cannot purchase that pendant from you, but the Count would be able to buy it from you. I had already sent him a letter earlier today. If you're willing to stay the night, you can purchase that pendant off your hands. I'm sure our Lord will be very grateful for what you've done for the city.
Oh, shit.
I know I am. And she smiles.
Callie, you can wipe that shit-eating grin off your face anytime now.
That Baron with his all will be well motto. Such foolishness.
Oh, well. In it for the gold anyways. I'm going to reply, no, can't stay the night, but the offer's appreciated.
I'm sure he'll understand. Well, if you need anywhere to stay, know that my house is safe for you. And if you're interested in reading, I could offer you to join my book club.
That took a left turn out of nowhere. Book club?
Yes, we meet every Thursday.
I'm sorry. I just immediately wanted to ask, do you play D&D?
Well, see, today's Friday, because I think if I recall yesterday, there were some people that, when you were here last, people came in.
That's right.
For the book club.
Offers appreciated. Got to decline for now. She'll bow and then disappear. Well, attempt to disappear into the shadows back towards the alleyways.
Okay. Just give me 1 stealth. Make this one quick.
Yay. Thank you. 23 again.
Okay. So Nym's gone for like an hour. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Drinking.
Just staying at the tavern?
I mean, that's where Tim-Tam is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Tavern?
Yeah.
Then yes, I'm still at the tavern drinking with Tim-Tam.
I went to Red Bar there.
Meaning you didn't hear anything, or
I didn't hear anything. And we're currently offline.
Oh, lovely.
I said I was still at the bar drinking with Tim-Tam.
How?
Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for the status to change, and it's not. It's still recording, so we're still getting this recording just fine for everybody. So, I think we'll wrap it up here for now.
Okay.
Sorry, no one's gonna be able to do any plugs because the stream isn't running right now. But you'll be able to still do plugs because this will go on YouTube later. So yeah, we'll end there, and we'll start with Hemlock for plugs.
Hello. I forgot I did this in the doc. You can find me at Callie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions open. I've recently changed the prices on some of my commissions and like options of certain commissions. So you could check that out and commission me. I think that we are off this weekend for games for the 4th of July. So my next game will be this game next week.
Yeah.
Yay. See what happens then. Yay.
Lluis, aka Tim-Tam.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter. You can follow me there. I've put a lot of my art now for free. If you're a creator or something, you can check that out. And check my Patreon if you feel generous. That's it.
All right. Does Saxton or Nyhm have any plugs?
None here.
It still kind of feels a little awkward, but okay, let me ask you this. Does anybody else feel... Apologies. Social awkwardness just punched me in the face.
You're fine. You're fine. It happens.
Does anybody even think to use Duolingo? I mean, I know it's one of the highest language apps, but should I keep plugging it, or?
That's up to you. You can plug whatever you want.
Well, I've already said it this much for this episode anyways. It's a great way to educate, to expand your horizons. Use it for my character on the Corruption crew every other Friday. So not this Friday, but the next one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Using just Russian and expanding my borders on that just for the character alone. So it's a great way to expand on D&D and yeah.
Cool. Thanks for letting me know. And I mean, someone might stumble upon this one and not have heard the previous ones. So now they know from this one.
It's great because they get the most awkward one I've ever delivered.
As Callie, aka Hemlock, said, there are no games this upcoming weekend because of 4th of July and America. I guess. I just saw that. Was that a little hand? So our next game on this channel will be this one next Wednesday. But that means this weekend will be a good weekend for you to catch up on all the other stuff. Now, what other stuff are you talking about? Scott, I'm talking about all the stuff down below if you're watching on Twitch. Oh. And that's my most awkward one. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll see what the group does next time.
Thank
Bye.
you for making me feel less awkward, Scotty.
No problem.
No.